Ooh, yeah. I dare to be different. 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 I dare. I dare. I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I want to welcome you back to Dream Chasers Radio. This is another wonderful edition. It's a serious edition, but it is a wonderful one at best, because this is going to be talking about a lot of different things, and we're going to help you today. We're going to help you with a lot of different things that's going on in the world, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about how this can help you. You can get us online, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify, Google Play, Anchor. I mean, we are everywhere, dreamchasersradio.com. We're doing a lot of different things, and I hope that you are staying abrupt to our changes here. You know, with the coronavirus, let's just talk about it. There's so many different people that are telling me that they lost a musician, they lost their friends. My friends have had this, and getting help with this is a little bit difficult, especially if you live out in areas where you can't really get to the city or get to testing sites or even get information about it. So today we're having the assistant designer of covidscreening.online on the show today to talk about the website and how it can help you. Thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Daniel Moore is on the show today.
Thank you for having me on the show. I'm very excited to talk to the public and let them know about our site and how it can help them.
Definitely. So tell me about the site.
Well, it's basically, it started out, it is a website that its main purpose is to give you information regarding symptoms and doing a self-check. That's what the main page will take you to. It has a list of all the symptoms on the main page and a link to the CDC self-checker. It takes you to the CDC website. The CDC self-checker has it is laid out kind of like you're messaging somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It asks you a series of questions regarding exposure and what your symptoms are, as well as any underlying conditions, and it will take all that into account and tell you whether or not you should potentially seek attention, or whether you should isolate yourself because you think so, or because they think it's potentially an issue or not. And it should at least help get people out to where they need to be.
That's important. It's such a scary subject. So many people have lost their lives in such a short time. What was the reasoning behind starting this? I mean, I understand the reasoning, but for every individual, there's a purpose and a reason why they start something. What was your purpose for being or starting or getting on board this project?
The company that I work for, Diatom, we got together and we joined the Death Post Hackathon. This year, its hashtag was #HackForCovid.
Okay.
And we decided that, there's so much misinformation and so much, kind of mystery almost surrounding this virus.
Yeah.
That we felt that compiling a series of tools that will help the public better understand the virus and how it affects them, compiling a bunch of those together, a bunch of tools together, would really help the public.
Yeah.
And I joined the project because I thought that it was important to do whatever. I feel that everyone has a duty to try to do what they can to mitigate the virus, and if I can use what skills I have to, contribute, I will do it.
Mm-hmm. That's important. Wow. I mean, when we think about trying to help other people, when we think about reaching out and just like you said, bringing the truth, kind of squashing the confusion and all the misinterpretations of what this is and how it works and what it does. And I mean, what do you think this is going to do for people when they go on the website? Or how does this help them in terms of a person who maybe has been misinformed?
First of all, I mean, of course, I've already spoken about the self-checker,
Right.
and that portion kind of speaks for itself. However, we have a couple of tools other than that on the website.
Okay.
We have live infection maps
Mm-hmm.
that are connected to the Johns Hopkins database,
Okay.
as well as WHO infection rates and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it allows you to go it allows you to select what country and what state, as well as all the way down to the county where you're at, and you can see the amount of infections in your area. They're updated every time Johns Hopkins and the WHO update their numbers, so you're always getting accurate information.
Yeah, this is an amazing website. You guys have done. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm looking at it. You guys have done an amazing job with the United States having over 500,000 cases, 667,649. Spain having the 184,948, and so on and so forth. This is you've put a lot of work into this. And congratulations on doing this. The hoax prevention. I love that. Tell me about that. Tell me about that.
Well, the hoax prevention was it was something that I had been thinking of since we had started the project. Now, mind you, we compiled this website together in about 3 days because that was all the amount of time we had for the hackathon. However, towards the end of the time that I spent working on things, I was talking with my boss, and I said, I see all this stuff that is on Facebook, silly things about the virus that have no medical basis,
Mm-hmm.
And then wild, outlandish things like 5G towers are causing COVID-19.
Really? That's what I've been saying to my husband. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
I know.
And so I said, I'm going to do a little bit of research and see if we can find somewhere that fact checks all this. And I, of course, went to my favorite website that I use when I want to hear, when I want to figure out if something I'm seeing on the internet is real or false. I went to Snopes.com.
Yeah.
And I found out that they have an entire web page full, they have almost a miniature site devoted to all the misinformation about coronavirus. And I said, it might be something to look into, to either, link to these articles or find some way to integrate them into the page, so we can help people kind of find their way through the sea of misinformation regarding this virus.
Yeah.
And that page was designed, at least the user interface of it was designed entirely by me. And my boss built it, and I looked at it and I said, this is exactly what we needed to make this stand out, other than make it stand out among other sites.
Right. Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, it's interactive. You can see where all of the influxes are, the curve, as they say. I mean, I'm looking at it and it's amazing what you've done with this. You've got the cases, you've got the deaths, you've got the countries, you have the phone number just in case something should happen. You have all the data. You have everything here that a person could check on. And I feel like, if you feel you may be infected, call your family, your doctor, your hospital. That's something that, I mean, you guys have really thought of every possible thing to inform a person on the real time and also the real deal about what this really is doing and what it does to the body. Thank you guys so much for doing this. This is amazing.
Well, it's the least we can do. We felt that we should do something to help the community at large, because it is scary. And what we tried to do is kind of not necessarily take away how scary it is, but kind of at least alleviate some of the mystery behind it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I think that everybody should share this on their pages. It's the website is covidscreening.online. That's COVID, COVID, screening.online. And share that on your page. We're going to share that on Dream Chasers Radio, because I think that the whole purpose is to squash the hearsay, like the 5G towers. Come on. I'm like, come on. And in Brazil, you have the natives down there. I forgot what they are. They live out in the Amazon. They're getting it. They don't have a 5G tower there. It's like I come on, it's common sense.
Don't have 5G.
Yeah, they don't even have cell phones. So to me, it's like you definitely got to squash all of the misinterpretations and the I call them the what is it when people the controversy or the when people say the schemes or the did you know who killed Hoover? Conspiracy, that's it. The conspiracy theories. Thank you.
Conspiracy theories.
Yeah, definitely.
There were definitely a few of those, I think, on the Snopes page, I do believe, as well. I think we might have also covered a little bit of that in this information.
Wow. Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show, Daniel, and thank you so much for bringing this site to our attention. Like I said, I'm actively going to be I'm putting it up on my Facebook page right now. Also, it'll be up on Dream Chasers Radio Facebook page, because I want people to stay in the loop with what's really going on and how they can really check themselves. Is there anything else or any suggestions, any kind of, anything that you would like to say to our listeners today?
Well, as far as that goes, I would like to obviously compel everyone to only make essential trips and all that, as well as, be smart, wash your hands, do all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't be a good employee if I didn't plug our company. Diatom LP, come to us for all your web design, web hosting needs.
Definitely. We'll put that up on our page. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio today. All this information will be in the description box below, and it will be highlighted. So just click on the link. It'll take you straight to the page. We're going to make sure that it is easy for you to get there so that you can get all the information you need to stay abrupt on what's going on with COVID-19 and with the website. And also, we're going to go ahead and plug your website and also the graphic design and whatever else you do there. Daniel, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Hey guys,
I appreciate the opportunity to get me on the show.
Hey, and I appreciate you doing what you do, man. This is important. We need to, like you say, squash all of those conspiracy theories and all the other stuff. And we need to get the facts. And the facts are that we need to just protect ourselves and be more diligent, not touch our faces, wash our hands with soap and water on the daily, you know what I mean? And come up with just different hacks that I've seen online that are really good. And this is just one of the ways to do it. Thank you so much, Daniel, for being on the show.
Not a problem. Have a nice day.
All right, you too. And you guys, thank you so much again for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio right here with me, Yaya Diamond, and Daniel Moore of covidscreening.online. And we're going to have that information in the box below. Please don't forget to always dare to be different.